Hello, everybody. I have had a question, where in the world are you? So I'm making this short video to let you know. Right now I'm in Ubud. This is in Bali. I'll back off here so you get a little bit of a view. If you look as we get farther and farther out. On to the left, you see Jakarta. I'll be flying through there. Up here, Kuala Lumpur, that's where I started. Off to the right, Raja Ampat, that is Papua, Indonesia, essentially. So here's the plan. Oh, and look right down below here, that's Australia. So when people say it's actually closer to fly from Perth to Bali than it is to fly Perth to Sydney, that's what they mean. So here's the plan. In Bali until the day after Christmas, and then I'm flying through Sulawesi over here to Raja Ampat. And what's happening here, since I saw those pictures, and if you read the blog, you know the story. I fly into an area right here, that's the Sorong Airport, and then from Sorong Airport I got to take a ferry over here to Wasai. It's a 1 million rupiah admission fee, kind of a tourist fee. And then the cost is, my first island I want to visit is over here, kind of off by itself in this area. If I'm the only passenger, it costs 1 million rupiah for me to get there. That's the equivalent of 5 nights of lodging where I'm staying here at Sandat Bali. It's the equivalent of, 14, 15 nights of lodging in a hostel. So that's just one of 4 boat rides that I'll have to take. So I'm kind of jumping in and said, hey, what the heck, I'm on this side of the world. I wanted to see it for a long time. So when I leave there, this is Sulawesi, and I'll be flying, no it's not, this is Sulawesi. And when I fly back, I'm actually flying through the tip of this, but I'm going to be flying all the way over here to Jakarta. That's my first stop, and I have about a 3-hour layover. From Jakarta, I'm flying to Kuala Lumpur. This is where I started. And let me just back up here a little bit and show you what that is. This is on the southern part of Malaysia. Down here on the tip, the island of Singapore. Over here is Sumatra. Kuala Lumpur, I have a 4-hour layover. And I decided to go ahead and continue my flight that night. I'm going to go up to Colombo, Sri Lanka, which is a place that I've heard about. The first family that I stayed with in Kuala Lumpur is from them. They just raved about their home. That was a number of years ago. Now it's actually safer to travel there. And so I leave Kuala Lumpur at 9 o'clock at night. It's a 3-hour flight, and I get in there at 10. So that'll be a long day. But that'll keep me from spending the entire next day waiting for a 9 o'clock flight. After that, this is India. And for a long time, I wanted to get down into this area around Kerala. That's the birthplace of Ayurvedic medicine. Or I have had people tell me that this western part of Sumatra, there's Lake Toba where I've been, and then down the coast here, I'm not showing it on the map, but it will be if you look it up. There's a city called Padang, and ever since I've heard about that, I've been really intrigued. And what intrigues me is it is a matriarchal Islamic culture. So I'm debating between heading up into India or flying down to Sumatra and trekking for a little bit. So may or may not get back to the Philippines this trip. But there you go. That's an overview. That's where I'm at, hanging out in that part of the world. So happy holidays, everybody. Ciao.